Hey there, guys. In this video, we're going to take a look at our Unit 3, Lesson 3, where we're taking a look at our integer exponents and the power rule, Part 1. So I've got the review slide up for you, and it just reminds you, just like with what we covered in class, when we're looking at our power rule, we're going to have a base with an exponent on the inside of a set of parentheses with another exponent on the outside of the parentheses. And whenever you have the situation, notice there is only one base here. It's not like before where we were doing a to the n times a to the m. So we added those two together. That is not the case for what we're doing here. Here we only have one base and then two exponents and a set of parentheses separating those exponents. And in that case, we are going to multiply those exponents together. So looking at a rule, we've got 7 to the second to the fifth power. It's going to be the same thing as 7 to the 2 times 5 or 7 to the 10th. So if we're looking, we can also do the same with negative exponents. 9 to the 3 to the negative second exponent is going to be equal to 9 to the third times negative 2, which is going to be 9 to the negative 6th. So if we work on some practice problems with these, looking at the first one they give us, it's just going over a set of basic rules. I've got find the equivalent exponential expression. So what they're saying by equivalent exponential expression, that means they do not want you to take 11 to the second to the third and stick that in your calculator and tell them what the simplified answer is. They want to know what it is as an exponent. So if we use our power rule, I've got 11 to the second to the third is the same thing as 11 to the 2 times 3 or 11 to the 6th power. So in that blank, I would type in 11 to the 6th power. Looking at the next one, I've got 9 to the 3 times 4. So I'm looking at 9 to the 3 times 4 or 9 to the 12th. So then they're going to switch gears on you and they're going to change the way it looks, and it's going to go from a you type it in to you pick which one of these looks correct. The rules haven't changed. We're still doing the same exact process, except instead of you typing in the answer, you pick the answer that is correct there. So if we're looking, I've got negative 7 to the second to the fourth. So negative 7 to the 2 times 4 is what we're doing math-wise. 2 times 4 is 8, so it's going to be negative 7 to the 8th power. Or sorry, 8 exponent. Same thing with this one. I've got negative 12 to the 5th to the second. I would do 5 times 2 to give me 10. So negative 12 to the 10th power. So looking at this one, they want us to find an equivalent exponential expression still, but with this one, they've given us the answer and given us 4 options for what it could be. So whatever happens, by the time everything's said and done, we want our exponent to be 2. So looking here, we've got a 12 with no exponent there. Remember that conversation we had in one of the previous lessons where I talked about x. And if somebody asks you what number is in front of x, we talk about there being understood that there is a 1x and there is a 1 in front of that x. And the same works with exponents. If they give you just an x without an exponent, it is understood that it has an exponent of 1. So looking at this one, even though I know they don't have anything written there, it's still considered to be 12 to the first power. So that one's not going to be our answer. So then I'm looking at 12 to the negative 2 to the 4th. Negative 2 times 4 is going to be negative 8, which is definitely not 2. And then I've got negative 5 times negative 7. Negative times a negative is a positive. 5 times 7 is 35. So I have 12 to the 35th. So far none of those match. Hopefully this one works out. So I've got 12 to the negative 2 times, or to the negative 1. Negative times negative is a positive. 2 times 1 is 2. So the answer for that one is going to be this guy. And so they'll give you a couple more like that to work on. Those aren't too bad. You just got to be careful. And then there you go. If you have any questions, then send either Ms. Schaefer or I an email, ask us questions, or pop in during our office hours, and we'll be happy to help. Take care, guys.